Holy, holy shit. This place has electricity. Oh, wow. Oh my god. There's an Xbox. I wonder how this works. Holy shit. Holy shit, it works. Okay. Now, just as long as the TV works, we'll be good. I wonder what game's in here anyway. Hopefully it's something good. No. Could it be? Welcome back, old friend. It was just a dream? No! Hey there, YouTube. Joe's Guides 1 here with another episode of the Zombie Weapons Guide. Now, I recently saw on YouTube that some people believe that the Rapture is coming soon. September 23rd or 24th, I think, is when they said. Now, being an atheist, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in heaven and hell or the rapture, anything like that. But if the book of Bronze Age mythology and contradictory statements is true, then you will want to watch these videos to learn how to survive. Now that I got that totally asshole-ish douchebag thing out of the way, let's get to the weapon review. So today we are going to be doing a screwdriver. Here I have a flathead screwdriver, but you can get it in Phillips head, and I think they sell Torque. I don't know what other kinds of screwdrivers there are that you can get, but yeah. So keep that in mind, what kind of screwdriver you're going to get. I would recommend using a Phillips head because a flathead can get stuck in the skull, and a Phillips head is more pointed. But this is the longest screwdriver I could find in my house. So that's one problem with the screwdriver is definitely the distance. You don't really get much good distance, probably no more than a foot. So that's a pretty bad thing about this weapon. You really have to get in close to attack, and you're not, that's really going to put you in danger. Another thing that you might want to worry about is if it's going to penetrate the brain or not. The best way you can attack with one of these is to go through the eye or the temple. I would recommend going with a down strike as opposed to a thrust, because, a thrust you're not really going to get good momentum and motion. With this you can get some pretty good speed, but I will be testing both of those today in my test. Another thing about this is that you can pretty much find them everywhere, so that's a pretty good thing. And it's definitely lethal, so keep that in mind. I would definitely keep this as a backup weapon because it's small and easy to conceal, and it's not too hard to pull out in a firefight or in an attack, anything like that. Now, like I said, this is the longest screwdriver I can find. You can definitely find ones that are longer than this, but I think most people's houses will generally have some that are probably even shorter than this one. So that's one disadvantage of having a screwdriver as a weapon, is that you're generally going to get one that's pretty short. So that is a problem. Today's zombie tip is that if you are going to use a makeshift weapon, if you are going to make a makeshift weapon, never, under any circumstances, use fire. The only acceptable form of this is if you're using like a Molotov cocktail and you're at a very safe distance. But aside from that, never ever use fire because you think you can control it, but you really can't. A lot of people say that you can use like hairspray and a lighter, but I think I covered this in another video. I'm not sure in my makeshift weapons one. If you use hairspray and a lighter, that works. But the thing is, have you ever used a spray can and you spray it and then you get a little bit of sticky stuff on your finger, like on your thumb? Well, guess what? That's the stuff that lights on fire when you spray it. So when you spray it and it goes into the flame and then a little bit of sticky shit gets on your hands are on fire. And you're holding an aerosol can. So that's one reason why you might not want to use fire, because it's very uncontrollable. One method you could use if you have to use fire is if you're in a city and you have to clear out a building or something like that. Maybe find an old car, like a broken down one that doesn't have much gas left, and you could firebomb that while playing a bunch of music from it, because then all the zombies will be attracted to the noise. They'll come around it, firebomb, and blows up, and then you take out a pretty good chunk. But that's not recommended because all you're going to do is draw more and more zombies into the city, and you should only really do that in a disclosed location, so a lot won't follow you. But anyway, now that tip's out of the way, now that the review's out of the way, and now that my douchebag anti-theist comments are out of the way, let's get to some tests. Well, till next time, this is Cho's Guides 1 saying don't fear the apocalypse. Welcome it.